105.5 FM KAC.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
KAC.
One, two. One, two, check, check. Test, 1, 2, 3, John, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Cool.
Hey, let's go, be ready.
Ready to be on our friendly screen? Hit it. Abby, good job. Abby. Nice job, Tom. Brindley, help. Brindley, help. Brindley, help. Backside, backside, backside. Hands, White, come on.
Taylor, you're up! Taylor, where are you?
Good, Abby.
Brindley, slide down. Slide down, Brindley. You and Larry on top. You, Larry. Right there, Taylor.
So, Carissa, get this rebound. Let's go. Who you matched up with? Who you got? Come on, Brandon. Got it, girl. Nice. Green.
Stay down, mate. Good, stay down.
Leave her out there, Mace. Leave her out there. Leave her out there. Help inside.
This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Preston Indian Crumble Cookie pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach, look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. The pregame show is sponsored by Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and on mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to Preston Gym, as tonight the Lady Indians will play host to the Century Diamondbacks. JV game wrapping up, 25 seconds left. Tied at 35. The Indians just missed a free throw. Let's bring the camera up for you here. You can watch while we talk to you here for a second. As for the Preston Indians, they come into the game at 1-10 overall on the year. And the Century Diamondbacks are 7-7. Each team is 0-1 in conference play as they've both lost to Pocatello so far here in conference play on the year. So the Indians, who were trying to bounce back from a tough loss against Highland last week, as Preston has the ball, wants a timeout with 5.4 seconds left to see if they can get a basket here to win it at the buzzer. We're still tied at 35 here in the fourth quarter here this evening. So as we mentioned, the Indians coming off a tough loss against Highland. Century has won 6 of their last 7 as they lost their last time out, but broke a 6-game winning streak that they had going as they lost to Pocatello 54-39 last week, which again snapped their winning streak. So hopefully the Indians can be able to get a good game put together again here tonight, as they can bounce back from that loss against Highland. If they can come up with a first half performance tonight like they did against Pocatello last week, they played very well in the first quarter, in the first half, and I think kind of got away from them in the second half. So hopefully the Indians will be able to come up with a good performance tonight and be able to put a win on the board here tonight in conference play against the Century Diamondbacks here tonight at Preston Gym. Trying to stay with us as long as we can here so we can see the end of this game with, again, Preston and Century tied at 35. This is the JV game, 5.4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Preston has the ball. If they sink any kind of a shot, they'll win the game. If not, they're going to go to overtime. As the ball comes in the backcourt to Taylor Wakely, up into the front court, top of the key, get it down low, short jumper, no good, as we are going to overtime, as it was Marcia Knapp who missed the short shot, as we are headed to a 4-minute overtime session here, tied at 35 in the JV game. Anyway, this is the Preston Indian Crumble Cookie pregame show. As we'll come back, we'll go to the North Star's Ultimate Outdoors scene set for tonight's game. We'll do that as we'll continue. John Slaughter will join me in a few minutes as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indians basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. And welcome back here on the Crumble Cookie pregame show, live from Preston Gym, as we're getting a chance to watch the overtime session here for the JV team as they've fallen behind 36-35. As it was Josie Davidson who made a free throw for the Diamondbacks to put them up by one with 3:11 left here in the first overtime session. So we'll move forward and talk a little bit about tonight's game as it's time for the North Stars Ultimate Outdoors scene set. Remember, you can get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston, as Century scores again to make it 38-35. John Slaughter joins me on the broadcast tonight. John, Preston looking to bounce back from a very tough loss the other night, the game that we saw over at Highland.
Yeah, against a very good Pocatello team. Pocatello's beat Century, and so this could be a good matchup tonight. If they can stick to game plan and play like the JV's played today. JV's playing very well today. So.
Yeah, and we'll get a chance to talk to head coach Camille Coons coming up here in just a few minutes. Talk a little bit about the game plan and what she's looking for out of tonight's game. As the three-point shot is good, and we're tied at 38. As the three-pointer made by the Indians, Brinley Alder, as she sinks it, we're tied again at 38 with 2:15 to play in the first overtime. As it down low, as Century loses the ball, it's going to go back over to the Indians.
Yeah, that would have been a throw out by the Indians, but it came down on the arm of the center for Century there. I didn't catch her name.
For Preston, for the varsity team, John, they really need something to fall their way. They've lost several games in a row now, as Preston able to take the lead as Macy Knapp with the layup down low. It's 40-38. The girls team, the varsity team, really needs something positive to fall their way.
And I think it's coming. The girls are getting better. They're starting to understand their role, which has been a big key. One earlier, one's been trying to do too much, the other's not enough. So they've got to learn their role and where to find the shots. They'll be okay.
If they can go back to the way they started the game the other night against Pocatello, they played a really good first half in the game. They really worked the ball. They moved the ball quickly up the floor. They didn't try to, slow the ball down. They ended up getting good shots out of it by speeding the ball up.
Correct. Yeah, and that's the thing. If they get Century to play their game rather than them playing Century's game. Century, I think, is going to run it. They've got some quick little guards. They do have some size in the center, so we'll see how that goes tonight.
They have 3 players that average in double figures on the year, they being the Century Lady Diamondbacks, as Addie Butler averages just over 12 points a game. The girl to really keep an eye on tonight is Taylor Smith. She averages 11.5 points a game, and she signed to go play basketball down at Weber State.
Yeah, and, they'll be glad to have her because she is fairly good, really talented, and makes good decisions. She's one of those gals that makes those type of decisions that really help the team win.
She was a heck of a volleyball player, too, so keep an eye on Taylor Smith. The other girl that averages in double figures is Regan Trulson, and she averages right at 11.5 points a game. So those are the names to really keep an eye on tonight for the Lady Diamondbacks. And for the Indians, they'll take points wherever they can get them, as they really need to be able to concentrate on offense, getting shots, whether they're inside or out. They just need to get quality shots.
Yeah, I was asked by one of the truest fans that Preston's ever had, I think, is old James. He asked me, he says, what does the girls got to do to win tonight? And I says, make more baskets.
Yeah, that's really it. 1:10 to play in the JV game. Preston has taken a 2-point lead. It's 40-38. Shot inside, no good. Tip pulled down there by the Diamondbacks, and they throw it away. Preston's ball with 1 minute and 2 seconds to play here in the first overtime.
Yeah, if the Lady Indians can up their percentage in shooting, take good shots, and make some shots, they'll be okay tonight.
This is the first of a busy week for the Lady Indians. They play here tonight. Thursday night, they will be on the road. They will go to Soda Springs and take on a Soda Springs team who they saw and lost to earlier this year. And then Saturday, they're back here at Preston Gym as they'll take on the Filer Wildcats, who they lost a close game to a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
So it'll be a busy week for them. It's been a while since they played 3 games in a week. Remember, they had a couple of cancellations on them. I think the last time you would find they played 3 games in a week, you have to go back to way back at the beginning of December, as the free throw no good here put up by Preston. That was Riley Knapp who missed the free throw. 49 seconds left. Preston still leads by 2, 40-38 in the first overtime. As that one rolls in, makes it 41-38 with 49 seconds left.
Yeah, the Lady Indians, with that big layoff around Christmas time, that kind of hurt them a little bit too. But tonight they've been playing back-to-back games, it seems like, and I think you'll see some real improvement.
Yep, so timeout called by Century, 45 seconds left. It's 41-38 is the score here. And tell you what we'll do. Let's throw in a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll bring you the final 45 seconds of this overtime session. We'll do that coming up right after this.
Sometimes in life, the next seems to be just out of your reach.
You know you could reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org. So Century misses a three-pointer to tie the game, and got a foul on the rebound. Foul against Preston, so that's going to send Century to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. 41-38, 34 seconds left. So if she makes both free throws, Preston will still lead by a point. First one is good. 41-39. While we have a chance, as both free throws are good, Preston's lead cut to 1. It's 41-40. 34 seconds left as Wakely brings the ball up into the front court here for the Indians. Remember, there's no shot clock in girls basketball. Ball comes over onto the near side, back outside to Wakely. She'll continue to hold. Now they're going to come and foul her, as the foul for Century is on Regan Trulson. Oh, I take it back. Wrong roster. Josie Davidson, my bad. Who gets the foul.
She'll also have 2 shots.
And Wakely gets 2 shots and makes the first. 2-point lead with 18 seconds left. She makes this one, then Century would need to make a 3. She made them both. 43-40. Here comes Century back up into the front court. Bad pass, makes it to Amelia Brown. Back to Marshall, and Marshall hits the... No, she made the 2-pointer. Preston still leads by a point. Clock runs 2-1. They knock the ball away in the backcourt, and Preston will win it in overtime, 43-42. So nice win by the Lady Indians JV team here to start out the evening. Great to start out on a positive note.
Yeah, that'll give the varsity a chance to see what's happening here. And, I can see some improvement on this team so far. So let's wish the Lady Indians varsity team good luck.
Yep, absolutely. So that's the end of the JV game for you. As we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Kuntz as the Crumble Cookie pregame show continues. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indians basketball on KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here? And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston, or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back to the Crumble Cookie pregame show. Time to step into the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financials. We'll talk to Camille Kuntz before we get started here against the Lady Diamondbacks. Another important game as it's time to play game 2 of the district schedule.
Yes, Century. It's a big one for us. We're excited tonight.
Should be. That's, Century got off to a little bit of a slow start, but they've been playing much better here the last 7 or 8 games.
Yeah, Century's coming on. They've had a lot of games. They've got playing with a lot of confidence right now. So yeah, we're excited to play them.
For the Lady Indians, they coming off a loss at Highland over the week last week. As another tough game for them, as they'll try to bounce back here again tonight.
Yeah, we just didn't handle pressure well that game, and it wasn't a good game for us. So yeah, we definitely need this game to bounce back, and we have a big week ahead of us, 3 games. So we're excited to play some basketball. It's been a long time.
It has been a long time since you've been on the court that much in a week, hasn't it?
Yeah, so this is good for us. This is when the season starts going fast, and yeah, we're excited to get a few wins this week.
What do you do to handle the pressure better if you get that again tonight?
We worked yesterday a lot in practice, just sticking girls in situations. So hopefully they just get the confidence in themselves and move the ball a little bit better and use each other, play as a team. That's what we're striving for right now, is getting that team together.
You try to get back into where a couple of games ago you got off to such a great start in the first half, working a little bit more inside out rather than outside in.
Yeah, Pocatello, when we played them, we played our tempo. When we went to Highland, we let Highland rush us, and we just played like that the whole game, out of control a little bit the whole game. And so tonight we're going to go back to our tempo, our speed, going to focus on running those plays that we want to run, and just being really disciplined on offense.
Good night. Hopefully, good night outside shooting. Would it come up to the Twins specifically? Need a good night shooting out of them.
Oh, we definitely need a good night shooting. So Emma was on she was hitting them last night at practice. Chloe still needs a little bit of confidence, and yeah, we need to rely on a few others to get those points each quarter.
How big would it be to have the folks here at home behind you and making noise for the Lady Indians tonight?
That's huge. I felt so much support, especially this last week, from our fans and our patrons here in the community, which I just have to give a shout out to them. I'm so grateful for them, and it means a lot to us as a team to see that support.
They love supporting the teams here, no matter what level, no matter what sport. It seems like they'll come out and they'll support the Preston kids no matter what they're doing.
You're right. There's nothing like the Preston fans, and we feel it. We feel that energy. So yeah, I say keep bringing them on. Keep bringing it. Don't give up on us yet. We're still here.
Best of luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's Coach Kuntz here before we take on the Century Diamondbacks here. Take a timeout. We'll come back. When we come back, we'll take a look at other games going on around the area. We'll do that as we continue on the Crumble Cookie pregame show right after this.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County. Some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Welcome back to the Crumble Cookie pregame show here on this Tuesday night. Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. Well, a few other games going on around the area this evening to check up on as we make our way through the pregame show. It's the number 3 team in the 4A coaches poll. Pocatello is on the road tonight as they go to Rexburg to take on Madison. Marsh Valley will also be on the road tonight. They go to South Fremont. Idaho Falls is at home as they play host to Hillcrest tonight. Blackfoot is also at home as they play host to Bonneville. Highland goes on the road. They'll take on Thunder Ridge this evening. Burley goes to Twin Falls. Mountain Home is also on the road as they go to Wood River tonight. And Canyon Ridge will be at Minico. And lastly, Filer's on the road as they will take on Buell this evening. And of course, here at Preston Gym, it is another district game for the Preston Indians tonight as they play host to the Century Diamondbacks. The Crumble Cookie pregame show will continue coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Stay with us.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston Indian Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. By Crumble Cookie, bringing friends and families together over the world's best cookies. By West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. By Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in town. By Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. By Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. By Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. By Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car or truck running strong. By Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. By Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. For tires, brakes, shocks, or alignment, there's only one stop. It's Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. By North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. By Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. By Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. By Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. By Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily at Northern Title. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School Athletics, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting, LLC is strictly prohibited. And welcome back here to Preston Gym here tonight as the Preston Lady Indians will take on the Lady Diamondbacks from Century. Dan Hubbard along with John Slaughter, John Beverly back in studio tonight. Glad to have you along with us. And John, we have a moment before the national anthem gives us a chance to talk about our keys to the game tonight.
Well, the one key that I can see, well, actually a couple keys. If the girls play their game, slow it down and work it in and get the good shot and then make the basket, get the best shot they possibly can. The other thing is their defense is going to have to be strong. We're going to have to rebound and be strong in the middle because Century has some height in there, and they're going to be looking forward for putbacks. So we need to stop the extra shots on defense.
Right. That's your keys to the game. Keys to the game brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by to find out how you can save. Stop by the office of the Naylor Insurance at 223 North State Street in Preston. Well, players are back over the bench. Referees are over at the scorers table. We're about ready for the national anthem. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups for you for tonight's game as we continue right after this timeout.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa J's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa J's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa J's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa J's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activity, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
And welcome back. Time to meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Century Lady Diamondbacks, who come in 7-7, 0-1 on the district schedule. First will be number 1, Libby Evans, a 5'6" senior. Addie Butler, who leads the team in scoring, a 6'1" senior, averaging 12.1 points a game. Peyton Lattin, a 5'6" junior, averages a couple of points a game. Taylor Smith, a 6'1" senior, she averages 11.3. And Reggie Trulson, who averages 11.5 points a game. She is a 5'11" junior. Now time to meet the starters for the Preston Indians here tonight. Preston 1-10. They are 0-1 on the season as far as district games go, as this one is a district game here tonight. Chloe Koontz will start tonight for the Indians. Jaylee Roberts will start in the middle for Preston tonight. Brightly Harris, the outside ball handler, point guard, she's a sophomore. She'll start tonight. Her older sister, Liz Harris, a senior, will start down low. And it will also be Emma Koontz, who will start tonight for the Indians, as Ellie Nelson, who starts often, will be on the bench to start the game tonight, with Jaylee Roberts starting in her stead. The starting lineups brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. John, big game tonight for both teams. They're both 0-1 in district play.
Well, and that's the thing, this is district play, so whoever comes out victorious here has a leg up on the other when it comes to district tournament.
So they can't really afford to fall 2 games behind Pocatello. They are 2-0 in conference play. Century and Preston both come in tonight at 0-1 on the year. Time to play ball as it's controlled by the Century Diamondbacks into the front court. Comes over to Butler. She immediately lines up a 3. That's no good. The rebound inside comes off back to Lattin. Her shot is no good. And the rebound inside for the Indians. And we have an official's timeout as
Chloe
got popped in the nose.
Yeah, popped in the tooth. It looks like a tooth, according to the official.
Tooth or nose, yep. Assistant coaches look at her dad in the stands and point at her front teeth. So apparently she took a shot in the mouth. Unfortunately, is bleeding. So she went running back to the trainer's room. So it was Brightly Alder who came in for her, and Preston has their first possession as it's down low as it goes to Harris. She brings it back out top, back to Alder. Alder holds it there on the angle right, had it poked away. Now she goes back to get it, and it comes back to Harris. Bradley brings it back across the top of the key. Shot clock down to 13. Held there, now back to Roberts, top of the key again. Swing it over on the left side as it goes back to Emma Koontz. She drives, comes back to Alder. She hands it to Harris. 3-2. They're not going to get a shot off. It was blocked, but it's going to be a shot clock violation. It'll go back over to Century. Auspicious start for the Indians.
Well, you know, the good thing about that is they were passing the ball and making good passes, but they just couldn't quite find that open shot before the shot clock ran out.
So the ball comes in, stolen temporarily, and then Harris jives on it and gives it to Roberts. So good defensive turnover here from the Indians. Alder up into the front court. Looks to force it inside. She does. As the pass ends up in the hands of Emma Koontz, her shot is short. Liz Harris with the rebound. She tries to go back up, and she's fouled. As the foul is going to go on Regan Trulson. That'll be her first. First foul of the game goes against the Century Diamondbacks, and Liz Harris will go to the free throw line. Liz, who hasn't been to the line a whole lot this year, she comes in as a 75%er, made 3 out of 4. She makes the first one here. Preston as a team is 52% on the season, as Harris's second free throw is no good. As hustling to get the rebound was Butler. As quickly, here comes the Diamondbacks back the other way. They throw it away. They turn the ball over again as the ball's ripped away by Latin. And they're going to call a traveling violation because Latin got the ball and then rolled over and moved both of her feet.
Right. When she left her feet, then she moved her body. Instead of throwing it, she tried to roll over and get leverage.
So 1-0 Indians, a minute and a half into the game. As Brightly Harris brings it back up into the front court. Roberts comes out to get it. Free throw line extended right. Comes back across the top of the key. She'll stop there. Give it back to Emma Kuntz. Kuntz again comes back across the top. Gives it to Harris over on the left side. Now back to Kuntz again. As the 35-second clock running down. Alder has it in the right corner. Tries to drive baseline. Back to Roberts. Down to 7 on the shot clock. Ball's bouncing around. Picked up again by Roberts and another reach-in foul.
They had only 4 seconds left on the shot clock, but they're Century's playing a good defense. They're coming up, manning up, and getting in their face so that they can't shoot.
Peyton Latin called for the foul. That's their second. First one on Latin. Emma turns, three-pointer rolled in, and then somehow managed to rattle itself out. Saved on the floor by Harris. Here come the Lady Diamondbacks. It's Smith all the way. Kick it off into the right corner. Three-pointer there is no good. Good position, good box out by Jaylee Roberts to grab the rebound. As they come back the other way, Kuntz has it. Takes it to the right elbow. Has her shot blocked there by Latin as it's picked up by Butler back into the front court. As Butler gave it up, then got it back on the pass from Smith, and it goes right through her hands and out of bounds. That's 3 consecutive trips down the floor for the Lady Diamondbacks, and they turn the ball over.
Yeah, they're three post players. They are trying to handle the ball too much rather than going down underneath. They're trying to handle the ball, making errant passes.
Here's Harris up into the front court, gives it off to Emma. Here's Ellie Nelson into the game for the first time here for the Indians as Liz Harris comes out. Back down low, ball pops loose. Emma Kuntz gives it off, bounce it back down low to Nelson in the paint. She turns, little short jumper is good, and it counts. Nelson will go to the free throw line to shoot one.
And that's what we're trying to do is get it into the big so they can take those, but they collapse like when Jaylee. Is the battery plugged in?
Yes. So Kuntz makes, Nelson makes the free throw. Is the power on? Is the green light on? So it's 4-0. Preston leads as they complete the three-point play. As the shot there is no good. Rebound placed inside. Butler puts it back, and they cut the lead in half. It's now 4-2. As, again, Alder kind of stumbles, loses the ball. Here comes Trulson up into the front court. Give it off to Butler. Butler, ooh, look out, runs over Nelson. And Ellie goes down hard, but pops right back up. Going to be a blocking foul.
It showed battery low on it. That's what I was thinking.
Ball stays with the Diamondbacks.
There we go.
So 4-2, Century has the ball. As they hold it there, sorry, lost the picture there for a moment. As coming across the lane, Trulson loses it. They pile onto the ball, and is on the bottom of the pile. They'll call it a held ball. As Ellie Nelson comes back on after that hard fall she took. Want to make sure she was okay. As it'll be Jaylee Roberts who will come out here momentarily just for a minute. As the Indians get it back in. They lead 4-2 halfway through quarter number 1 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As the shot no good. Butler with the rebound. Three-point shot, that's no good. Rebound down low by Evans, able to put it back up and in, and we're tied at 4. 4-4 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Preston, who jumped out in front early, as now they've been tied, as that'll be a backcourt violation, as Brightly Harris left her feet in the backcourt, didn't establish herself in the front court, and then caught the ball.
All right, we've got pitcher back again. We'll see what happens. See if we can keep it here. Got Mr. Whiteley helping us out here, trying to get the short figured out.
Evans, get it back down low, comes to Butler at the left block, has her shot blocked. It'll stay with Pocatello, or I should say Century, as the shot blocked by Ellie Nelson. First quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call to find out how at 208-852-5700. Taylor Smith sinks the jumper, and for the first time today, Century goes on top, 6-4 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Harris gets it back around. Back to Harris again. Top of the key, lets it go. That's an air ball. Tapped around as it's picked up down low by Liz Harris and able to put it back in. So Liz puts it in. She has 3, and we are tied at 6-6 here in the first. As it goes down into the corner, comes back out again to Smith. Brings it back across the top of the key. Kennedy Osborne into the game. Swing it back around to Evans. Drop it inside. Butler tried to go up, but then she was fouled by Harris before she could go up.
Yeah, as Liz reached in, and I think she got more arrest than she did ball, but it was close.
So Liz Harris draws the foul. That's her first. That's second on the Indians as a team. Century has 3 as they get the ball into the paint to Smith. Her shot is short. Butler with the rebound, tries to go up. That's short too. And Ellie Nelson comes over and grabs it out of midair. So they give it back to Brightly Harris. Gets back up into the front court. 2:15 to play here in the first quarter. As her pass is intercepted there by the long arms of Taylor Smith. And then Smith is ridden up the sidelines, and a foul called there on Brindley Alder. That's going to be her first. So Alder called for the foul. Hurts her first foul. That's 3 on each side now, as Addie Butler will come to the bench. Marshall into the game for the first time, and falling down, and over there on the far side was Osborne, but she fell down because she got bumped there by Brindley Alder, and quickly that's 2 fouls on her. Jadely Roberts will come back in here for the Indians, as Liz Harris will come back to the bench. As they get it into Smith. Smith holds, gives it back to Osborne, her 3, that's no good. As hustling over to get the ball was Emma Kuntz. Emma will give it back to Brindley Harris, back up into the front court. Brightly pulls up 3 from the top of the circle, no good, and a whistle as the ball hit the guide wire, so it's automatically out of bounds. 1:51 to play here in the first. We're tied at 6 here at Preston Gym here tonight. Smith to Evans in the right corner, back outside to Smith, swing it back over on the left side, back to Osborne. She'll hold it there, can't get a shot. Now she does, as the defense kind of backs away from her for a moment. Rebound is no good. Osborne had it in the paint, lost it, picked up there by Brightly Harris. Minute and a half to play here in the first quarter. Brightly gets it back up into the front court. Left corner, there's Alder. She doesn't shoot it, gives the bounce pass to Harris, who bounces it back to Alder. Swing it back to Emma Kuntz. Kuntz tries to go baseline, but she stepped out of bounds before she threw the pass. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. So still tied at 6. 1:10 to play here in the quarter. Is pulling up from the free throw line with Smith and banked that one home. She has 4 of their 8 points, and Century takes an 8-4 lead here, or 8-6 lead, my bad, as we in the waning moments of the first quarter. Harris's shot is no good, as the rebound is off. Addie Marshall has it, kind of swings her elbows a little bit, back up into the front court. Comes there, Butler just back into the game. Her shot no good. Marshall's shot is no good again. And there is Nelson to pull down the rebound there for the Indians. Comes back to Harris. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Shot clock at 27 as the entry pass there to Roberts is not a good one. As the Century again gets it up into the front court as Butler tried to shoot. It's going to go out of bounds. Boy, that was very close to being a traveling call.
Yeah, I didn't know which one he was going to call first, but since it went out of bounds, he decided to take the easier call rather than get a coach on his pocket.
Comes into Smith. Smith gives it back to Evans. Now back to Smith out top. Clock down to 17 seconds left in the quarter. Osborne tries to drive, gets cut off, holds it in front of the Preston bench, and that's knocked out of bounds, and again, it'll stay with Century. Emma Kuhn steps out like okay, I'm here to bring the ball in, and the official says, no. Other team, sorry.
Black, not white.
11 seconds left in the quarter. Get it down low to Smith, and she's fouled trying to go up. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Took a pretty good body there from Liz Harris, who will draw her second foul here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Liz stepped forward on the shot. It put her underneath the basket rather than on an easier layup.
So here's Taylor Smith. First one is good. Taylor, as we mentioned in the pregame show, was a heck of a volleyball player. Right at the end of volleyball season, she signed her letter of intent to go to Weber State to continue her basketball career as she misses the second one. It's 9-6. Preston has the ball with 7 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Harris quickly up into the front court with 3, with 2 to Liz Harris. Her shot is short, even though she gets her own rebound. The putback is no good. So it's 9-6 Century on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. As we're done with a quarter, we'll go to the second. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll be right back. Sometimes in life, the next level seems to be just out of your reach. You know you can reach your goal if you could just figure out what's blocking your success. The trained professionals at Level 10 Life offer life, health, and career coaching. These professional coaching sessions will help you put the next piece together in your puzzle. Don't wait. The coaches at Level 10 Life are here to help you reach your next milestone in life. Schedule a free consultation online at level10lifecoach.com. There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Now Century leads 9-6 as we go to the second quarter. As
Ella Marlowe comes in.
Ella Marlowe into the game here for the first time for the Indians. As Preston has the ball to start the second quarter. As it comes into Emma Kuntz on the right wing. She dribbles to the top of the key. Bounce it down low. Roberts has to come out to the corner to receive it. Harris down low. Put it up and in as the basket's good there by Marlowe.
Nice pass assist from Ella, or from
Liz, yeah.
Liz.
Down here at the other end, the wild shot put up by Turleson. That's no good. Jadley Roberts able to grab that rebound. Gives it back. The Indians get it back up in the front court. As it comes to Brightly Harris. Indians trail by 1 here, early moments in the second quarter. Try to force the ball inside, taken away. As it's taken away by Libby Evans all the way, lay it up and in. Evans with her first points. Back to a 3-point game again at 11-8. Century leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Pass comes to Emma Kuntz, free throw line extended right. Jadley Roberts has it, top of the key. Swing it over to Harris on the left side, free throw line extended. Back down inside as the ball tried to get to Marlowe, and then Marlowe got bodied and knocked down. As the foul's going to go on number 11, Peyton Lattin. That's going to be 3 on her already. And 4 team fouls against the Lady Diamondbacks, Preston with 5. So Lattin comes out. Kennedy Osborne back into the game, a 5'5 sophomore. As the Indians have the ball underneath their own basket. Harris holding, tries to force it into Roberts as the ball is taken away. Harris realized she made a bad pass and almost stole it going back the other way as it comes to Evans in the front court. Give it off, little short jump shot in the lane put up there by Trulson. She has her first 2 points of the game. She averages about 11.5 a game, and it's 13-8 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Here's Emma Kuntz bringing it up into the front court. Emma on the angle left, brings it back across the top of the key. Now gives it to Marlowe down in the right corner. Bounce it into the post area. Roberts couldn't quite get it, but she deflected it to Harris. Back to Marlowe, and Marlowe's going to be offensive foul. Marlowe called for the offensive foul. Will give the ball back over to the other side. And for Ella, that's her first foul here tonight. Roberts, Harris, and Emma Kuntz all leave. As wonder what that was, bouncing around the floor. The official dropped his whistle inside. It goes back to Turleson. She able to make the basket, and Preston needs a timeout. They trail 15-8, 5:53 left here in quarter number 2. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Remember, ladies, when it's time to update your look, stop by Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street here in Preston.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Full timeout called by the Indians, so it gives us a chance to remind you our next broadcast comes up tomorrow night as the boys will be on the floor. They'll go to the Pit in Pocatello, and they'll take on the Thunder. Pregame show at 7. It's tip-off scheduled tomorrow night for 7:30. Another big game for them as they open district play tomorrow night.
Yeah, every game is big for the boys right now, because especially where they're in district play. But yeah, they're playing some of the top teams in the state right now. So
15-8, Century leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Preston has the ball backcourt. Full court pressure put on by Century for the first time tonight as Brightly Harris tries to weave her way back and forth and finally get into the front court as it comes to Brightly Alder, top of the key. Back over to Harris on the left side. She brings it back across the top. Looks there, doesn't shoot it. Gives it back to Alder on the right side. Alder gets it down low to Marlowe down on the right block. Two-bounce dribble, holds it there, tries to bounce it back out top. Her pass is intercepted there by Evans. Evans straddles the timeline for a moment and gives it off to Smith, who comes down the left side, tries to get it down low, knocked away, swing it back over to Osborne on the right side. Comes down on the right block. Now back to Smith. One bounce dribble, gets out of the corner. Her shot there is no good. Tried to save it on the floor, did Turleson, but it goes out of bounds. Stokes Market True Value brings you tonight's game with the freshest meat and produce in Preston and in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market, you'll find them on State Street here in downtown Preston as Liz Harris back into the game. Sophie Covert was in there for a short time. Now she's back to the bench. As still haven't seen Chloe Kuntz come back out of the trainer's room as of yet. The short shot there by Harris is no good. Grabbing the rebound is Smith, brings it all the way back up the floor, and she's fouled, trying to go to the bucket.
Yeah, Liz Harris caught her as she was going up, so that's going to give her 2 shots.
Nope, they're going to call it on 12, Brightly Harris instead.
Oh.
So that's first on Brightly, and that's 7 team fouls now on the Indians. Emma Kuntz will come back in here in a moment. As first shot by Smith is no good. If you weren't with us early in the first quarter, Chloe Kuntz apparently got hit in the mouth inadvertently and left and went to the trainer's room. And we haven't seen her come out yet, so she has not been back on the floor. Smith's second free throw is good. She has 6 in the game, and it's 16-8. 8-point lead for the Lady Diamondbacks. with 4:40 to play here in the first half. Alder holds it off, gives it to Emma Kuntz. Back out to the free throw line to Nelson. Bounce it all the way back down low. Tell you what, Marlowe got a pretty good shove in the back from Smith and made her lose the ball, and there was no call on the play. So Taylor Smith gets away with one. And into the front court, they get it to Osborne. Smith had it stripped away, but it comes back to Osborne. Libby Evans now has the top of the key. Back to Smith. Dropping inside to Turleson. Lost it. Still fighting for it in the key. It'll be a held ball. And the ball's going to stay with the Diamondbacks with 4:15 to play, as they'll have it baseline front court, as they have the 8-point lead here at Preston Gym. As inside it comes to Smith. Very easy. Is she able to make the layup? She has 8, and it's 18-8, a 10-point lead for Century over the Lady Indians of Preston. As Kuntz brings it back up into the front court there for the Indians. Goes to Alder. She tries to penetrate, backs it off, gives it back to Nelson at the free throw line. Now it comes back out to Marlowe again. Alder holds, top of the key. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. It comes back to Kuntz. She holds it. Now back to Nelson again. Nelson back over to Alder. 5 on the clock to shoot. Still holding. They lose the balls. It's taken away. Evans had it, gave it to Smith. Quickly up the floor as it comes back to Osborne. Her layup is no good, and then touched by Century, and it goes out of bounds back to the Indians. Sophia Covert will come back into the game, as it was Emma Marlowe who will leave. Brightly Harris will be back in for the Indians next time the ball's dead. Emma Kuntz brings the ball up into the front court. Alder waiting for it, lobs it to Alder. She's able to chase it down in the right corner as she holds it there. Tries to go baseline, gets cut off, and then throws it away as Butler intercepts the pass. Quickly it comes to Njoku up into the front court. She lost it out of bounds. And again, the ball will come back to the Indians. Tonight's game brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Set your appointment with them at evergreenfinancialpartners.com. Timeout sponsored by Magnolia Roads. Ladies, stop in to update your look. It's Magnolia Road in downtown Preston.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton Proud and Idaho Strong.
We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Preston's ball out of the timeout. They trail 18-8. 3 minutes to play here in the first half as Brightly Harris has it up into the front court. Gives it to Emma Kuntz. Back to Harris. Free throw line extended left. Tough defense there put on by Smith. They'll try to hand it off. It's taken away by the Diamondbacks. Butler, head of the pack, gets the pass, and the left-handed layup is good. Addie Butler with her 4th point. It's now 20-8 as Preston gets the ball back up into the front court. Kuntz drives, gives it back to Alder. Alder comes across the top of the key, kind of throws it up toward the basket, no good. Butler had the rebound, gives it to Smith, who pushes back up into the front court. Smith comes back to Trulson in the corner. 3-pointer by Evans is off the side of the backboard. Then she overran the rebound, has to come back and get it. Gives it back to Trulson, back to Smith at the top of the key. Njoku doesn't shoot as they lob it down low, back down to Butler, and it's a nice shot there by Butler. She spun away from Sophie Covert to get the bucket. Inside 2 minutes, it's 22-8 as Brightly Harris has it back up into the front court here for the Indians. Her pass is knocked down as Alder had it. Njoku took it away, and she traveled before she could get the shot off. Tried to stop herself underneath the basket and traveled. Alder comes off. Covert comes off. Roberts will come back in. And Emma Marlowe will come back in. as now Brightly Harris will also come to the bench here as well. So it's Nelson, Kuntz, Marlowe, Liz Harris, and Jadley Roberts in the game for the Indians. Nice pass as Harris hits Roberts for the layup. Jadley with her first 2 points in the game. It's 22-10 as Davis has it. Smith has it. Her shot no good. Rebound pulled down by Nelson. Somebody's going to come to help her out. And finally, it's Emma Kuntz to get the ball. Emma back up into the front court. 1:15 to play in the half. As it comes to Marlowe, free throw line extended left. Back to Nelson at the elbow. Lob it down low, just out of the reach of Liz Harris as it goes out of bounds. 22-10, Preston trails on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Here's Smith up into the front court. Again, makes a little bit of a move for the free throw line, goes down the middle. Trulson with the rebound, put back is no good. As Liz Harris will draw the foul. Go ahead.
Yeah, just had a reach-in foul there, just, trying to block the ball, but got more of the shooter than the ball.
That's 3 fouls on Liz. 8 overall on the Indians as a team, and the first shot by Regan Trulson is good and gives her 5 in the half. And tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for information at 435-232-1837. Trulson's second free throw is good again. Makes it 24-10, 14-point lead for Century with less than a minute to play here in the half. As Harris up into the front court, tries to direct traffic. She'll give it back to Marlowe. Swing it to Emma Kuntz on the right side. Emma brings it back to the free throw line. Good pass back down low to Marlowe on the left block. Wants to turn inside. She's triple teamed, and they'll hold it there. But the ball should stay with Preston, and it will.
Yeah, rather than trying to dribble out of that or trying to go right back up for the shot on the pass on the inlet pass, she tucked it under and knew that she was going to be triple teamed.
As comes to Harris, free throw line, give it off. Kuntz, a three-pointer from the right side, no. Nelson with the rebound inside, goes back up. That's off the bottom of the board. And then a rebound inside, and we got a foul, or is it held? It's going to be a foul against Century, as the foul is going to go against Addie Butler. That's 5 team fouls on the Diamondbacks. So Preston gets the ball out of bounds, baseline front court with 27 seconds left in the half. So Harris bring the ball in, baseline front court, as they do a little cross pattern inside in the paint. Still holding, as finally they get it into Roberts. Roberts gives it back to Kuntz, back to Harris now, top of the key with 22 seconds left. She's got to go chase the ball down after she lost it. She tried to give it to Kuntz. She does, down in the left corner. Emma holds it there, circles out into the paint, throws it up toward the basket. No, Nelson puts it back in, yes. Cuts it to a 12-point lead, 24-12, as here comes Smith down the middle. Her shot no good. Preston hustling for the rebound, and that's the way the first half will end. Nice play at the other end by Ellie Nelson to be able to get that basket inside to cut the lead down to 24-12 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as we go to halftime. Halftime brought to you by Level 10 Life. You're listening to and watching a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Our halftime festivities are next.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
People oftentimes ask us, why do people from other areas of the valley or other parts of the state or drive so far to come here? And a lot of times I'll ask them, so why did you drive past several different dealers to come and buy your car here. And a lot of times they say, I just like the environment here. I like the low pressure. They don't play games. You guys are straightforward with me. You don't, trick me into buying something I don't want. We take care of people the way we want to be treated, and so they'll drive a ways to do that.
Bought my first truck from here in 1992 when I was 14 years old, and been buying trucks and a few cars ever since. I'm always referring friends, family, anybody I talk to West Motor Company.
We have a good time here, We have a great team of employees that we encourage them to have fun. Play at work is kind of one of our mottos.
West Motors will treat you like family.
WestMotorCompany.com.
With over 24 years of building multifamily and commercial projects across the Intermountain West, Procon stands apart as a leader in the custom framing industry, driven by the standard of delivering the highest level of customer service, high-quality work, and integrity. Procon is dedicated to building multifamily and commercial properties that exceed customer expectations. Visit online to see why Procon stands above the rest at buildprocon.com.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. You get to see the Fidels out on the floor performing here in halftime. As the halftime festivities tonight brought to you by Level 10 Life. Reach for your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Find out more at their website, level10lifecoach.com. John, Preston outscored in the second quarter 15-6 by the Lady Diamondbacks as they open a 12-point lead, 24-12 after the first half.
Well, yeah, what the girls are doing is they're not coming to the ball when the point guard, or if they've got the ball out here, they're standing there waiting for a pass, but they go and they come up, put the 5-second rule on it, and closely guarded, and they can't see around them, so they're not coming to the ball to get the ball, to keep the ball moving. You'll hear coaches hollering, motion, 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 but they're standing flat foot out there and not coming to the ball. The other thing is they're not looking for shots. They're looking to pass the ball rather than taking the shots. They've had a number of shots wide open, but they're not taking it. They'd rather try to get that easy layup inside, and Century's not having any of it. So
the other issue is when they do get the ball inside, they receive the ball and they hang on to it. If they receive the ball and immediately go up, they would be able to make some of those shots.
Yeah, take some time, get some shots. Even if it's blocked, you've got 2 or 3 people to go up for the rebound. So
yeah, and a chance to be fouled and go to the free throw line,
right,
and get a chance for easy points that way.
And that's what they need to do. So yeah, they got to keep their motion going. And the other thing is we've got some. They're using some younger players in to build up the team a little bit here, but they're not moving in position. One easy bucket that they got. I don't like to mention names, but the center came out and left someone wide open underneath to cut underneath for an easy drop pass.
Right, yeah, exactly. So it's 24-12 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the numbers from the first half as we continue right after this.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Well, let's take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency at 208-852-2364 or stop by their office at 33 South 1st East here in the city of Preston. For the Century Diamondbacks, Libby Evans had a total of 4 points in the first half. Addie Butler finished the first half with 6. Peyton Layton did not score, although she had 3 fouls tacked to her credit. Taylor Smith, the senior, she finished the first half with 8, and Regan Trulson, she had 6 in the first half for their total of 24 points. For the Preston Indians, Chloe Kuntz did not score while she was in there. She left early on in the first quarter after getting accidentally hit in the mouth, it appeared, and went to the trainer's room. We did not see her come back out in the first half. Jadley Roberts with 2 points in the first half. Liz Harris had 2, but she also had 3 points rather, but she also had 3 points, 3 fouls charged against her as well. Brandley Alder did not score. She has 2 fouls against her. Ellie Nelson with that nice hoop just before the end of the half. She finished the first half with 4 points for the Indians. So 24-12 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as we'll get ready for the second half. John, what do the Indians need to do a little bit differently here in the second half to try to crawl back into this one?
Well, like we talked about earlier, they've got to come to the ball, got to pass the ball, make some motion there on offense, and on defense they can't let somebody slip in behind. For an easy bucket, they've got to cover the key and the close-up, cover their post players a little better. So,
well, take a timeout as the Indians come back out onto the floor as we get ready for the second half of tonight's game. This has been your Level 10 Life halftime report, and you are watching on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Level 10 Life provides skilled one-on-one life coaching sessions to help you unlock your next level in life. Our trained professionals specialize in health, life, and career coaching. Book a free consultation today at level10lifecoach.com.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs through Mutual of Enumclaw. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Indians come back out for the second half, and it'll be Brindley Alder to start the third quarter here in place of Chloe Kuntz. The third quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street, Preston. Stop in where you will be treated like a friend. So the Diamondbacks have it to start the second half as it comes to Churlson, back outside Smith for 3. That's no good. Tapped inside. Churlson keeps the ball alive, but then throws it away as it comes to Harris. Harris has to go down to her knees to be able to control it, and she gives it up to Emma Kuntz. Now back to Harris, back up in the front court. 24-12, Century leads as we start the second half. Harris Free throw line extended left, gives it back to Kuntz. Now back to Harris. Harris will give it back to Kuntz. Back to Harris again. Free throw line extended left. She'll bring it back up to the top of the key. Now look down the left side again as Alder comes to the top of the key to receive the pass. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3, you got to get it off. Harris driving, does get it off, but they're not going to say she got it off in time as it hit off the top of the backboard. It never actually hit the iron, so it's a shot clock violation.
Right. It has to hit that iron in order to get a rebound or come back to the ball.
So that's twice tonight. Preston's had a shot clock violation. Trulson down low through the hands of Butler, and it goes out of bounds. And Century starting the second half much like they started the first with several turnovers in a row.
Yeah, and this gives the Indians a chance to come in and make some points, get some points, close up that gap.
Roberts has it on the left side as Trulson comes out on her. Alder has it in the left corner. Give it off as it comes to Kuntz. Free throw line extended left now. Looks inside to Roberts. Roberts being guarded well there, so they have to give it back to Brightly Harris. 5 seconds on the shot clock, down to 4. Brightly tries to shoot, has it blocked there by Smith, as Smith will control in the backcourt. Down behind the back dribble, gets it up into the front court as it comes to Layton. Back to Smith in the left corner. Trulson at the free throw line, she'll give it to Evans. Evans back out top, swing it all the way back to Smith again on the left side, driving and gets the left-hand layup. Taylor Smith now has 11. Remember, she averages about 10 rather. She averages 11 and a half in the game. 26-12 as Century goes up by 14. That's just about their biggest lead, as pass almost intercepted there by Evans, but Emma Kuntz able to chase it down and then throws it out of bounds. They turn it over. Camille Kuntz wants a timeout with 2 minutes and 15 seconds gone in the quarter. Preston trailing 26-12 on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Indians use a timeout as we get started back here after the timeout. The ball actually belonged to the Diamondbacks after the timeout as they get it up in the front court. Smith in the left corner gets it back out to Evans, almost lost it. She'll give it off to Layton. Back to Smith. Bounce it down low onto the block. The pass there to Butler. She misses the short jumper. Back outside to Latin again. He drills a three. Her first points of the game, and it's 29-12. Full court pressure again put on here by Century, as Harris will get the ball up into the front court. Comes around the screen set there by Roberts, as she runs Evans into a second screen to Alder. Comes back over to Emma Kuntz. Free throw line extended left. Try to bounce it inside. It goes off a foot of, I believe that was Smith, and out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Indians underneath their own basket. Looked like the ball went off of Century, but the Diamondbacks are saying that they get the ball. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a kick, so the ball's got to go to the Indians. 5 minutes exactly to play here in quarter number 3. 29-12. The Diamondbacks on top. Emma bringing the ball in, gets it into Alder, top of the key. Back to Kuntz, free throw line extended left. Emma brings it back across the top. She'll give it to Brightly Harris. Harris looks inside, nothing there, so she'll give it to Alder back down in the left corner. Try to bounce it inside. Knocked away, taken away, but then taken back by Nelson. Alder had it in the corner as it was Latin who dove on it. Alder ended up on top of her, but then Latin was going to get called for the foul when she originally ran into Alder in the first place. And against Latin, that's her fourth. First foul on either side here in the second half. Harris to Kuntz, looks at a three. No good. Tapped by Nelson, controlled by the Diamondbacks. Quickly, they come back the other way, up into the front court. Try to get it inside, and it goes through the hands of Butler, then off of Liz Harris, and goes out of bounds. Kennedy Osborne will come back into the game as Peyton Latin will leave with her 4 fouls. Inside, nice pass, Turleson was able to make the shot as Brightly Harris went down. Brightly gets up slowly, but she's back up as Emma Kuntz gets it back up into the front court. Right in front of the Preston bench, it comes there to Alder, now back to Harris. Harris holds on the angle left, back to Alder on the left side. Try to get it down low, tapped out of bounds by Turleson as they try to get the pass inside to Liz Harris. The block, the center, Turleson, that's all she does is just front the people down low for the Indians, and they can't get the ball inside.
Right, we haven't got any cutters, so they really don't have to move. They can put their centers, their big people underneath wherever they want them.
Ball tapped away, comes in back inside. Liz Harris goes up, and she's fouled. Butler will draw that foul. That's her second on the Diamondbacks, and now Liz Harris goes to the free throw line. And tonight's game brought to you by Les Schwab Tire in North Logan. Les Schwab is your one-stop for tires, brakes, alignment, and more. 1986 North Main Street in Logan as Liz Harris makes the free throw. That gives her 4 in the game, and it's 31-13 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Harris's second is short, tapped around, and it's pulled down by Taylor Smith, who brings the ball quickly up into the front court. All the way across to Evans on the left side. Her shot is no good. Liz Harris has the rebound there. She'll give it off to Alder, quickly back up into the front court. It's intercepted the pass by Libby Evans, and she'll give it off, and it comes back to Taylor Smith, who again runs it up into the front court. Give it to Evans, back to Smith. Now it comes back to Turleson. She doesn't shoot it. She'll give it off on the right side to Osborne. Smith has it in the corner. She'll run over a man, but it's going to be a blocking foul called against Alder. Alder draws the foul on the block. That'll be her third. First team foul against the Indians here in the second half. Jadely Roberts back in as Liz Harris will come back to the bench. Ball inside. Back to Turleson. Her little short jumper is no good. Pulled down there by Roberts. Just back into the game for Preston. Harris into the front court. It comes to Emma Kuntz. Emma comes back to Harris, top of the key. Wants to kind of direct traffic a little bit. Looking for somebody to come up and set a screen. Evans right inside her pocket as it comes to Kuntz. Harris gives it off back to Alder again. Back to the top of the key. Shot clock again. Down inside of 10 once again. As Alder stumbles and throws it up toward the basket, but she throws it out of bounds, and it's going to come back over to Century. 2:51 to play here in the third. 31-13 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as Century with a sizable lead here, as Preston has scored 1 point so far here in the third quarter. As they swing it again all the way back over to the far side to Evans, who brings it back out top to Smith. Butler has it down on the left block, and she puts up the short jumper. Addie Butler for 2, as it's now a 20-point lead for the Diamondbacks, 33-13. Harris, Roberts, free throw line extended right, holds it there. Nelson at the right elbow. We'll give it back to Brightly Harris again. Tries to swing it back over to Alder. She's not ready for the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So Njoku comes back in for the Diamondbacks with 2:11 remaining here in the third quarter, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As the ball inside, pick it back outside to Njoku, back to Butler, lines up for a 3, no good. Njoku with the rebound, put it back up and in. Njoku with her first points of the game. Makes it 35-13. 1:45 to play here in the quarter. Inside it comes to Roberts. Jadley's shot is no good. Tapped there by Nelson. She tries to save it on the floor, but saves it right to 3 Diamondbacks. as Evans will bring it back up into the front court. A little behind the back dribble, and Century wants a timeout. 1:33 to play here in the third. Century leads 35-13. This timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, when you're looking for new tops, bottoms, shoes, or boots, or many accessory items, stop by Magnolia Road and look over their selections. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in Preston.
Hey ladies, when you're looking to freshen up your wardrobe, there is no need to travel to the big city shopping centers or the dreaded mall. Stay local and head to Magnolia Road in downtown Preston. They offer great prices on the cutest tops, bottoms, sweaters, shoes and boots, and other accessory items. And best of all, everything is size inclusive from small to 3XL. When you shop local, everything you spend stays right here in Preston and Franklin County. Magnolia Road, 27 South State Street in downtown Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH.
You get a look at the score as Century leads 35-13, 1:33 to play here in the third. Don't forget, we're with you again tomorrow night from Pocatello as the Preston boys are on the floor taking on the Pocatello Thunder in their district opener coming up tomorrow. And, of course, that will be another Bailey Beckstead real estate team presentation of Preston Indian basketball coming up tomorrow night. So Century has the ball, goes into the corner to Butler. Swing it cross court to Njoku. Lob it back inside, but Ellie Nelson able to step in and intercept the pass. So Preston has the ball with 1:20 to play here in the third. Harris back up into the front court. She'll bring it across the top of the key, try to get it back to Roberts, goes through her hands and out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. So here's Smith back up in the front court here for the Diamondbacks. Gets it back down in the right corner, down inside to Butler. Had it knocked away. Roberts able to outrace Marshall for the ball, and she gives it to Brightly Harris back up in the front court. Brightly swings it across the top of the key, pulls it back out, comes to Kuntz for three. Off the front part of the iron, the tap back out, outside to Liz Harris, who loses the glass, and it's in. Liz has 6, and it's 35-15. 40 seconds to play in the quarter. Davis fall-away jumper is good. Or Smith, rather, my bad. Smith able to hit that. She has a dozen. So 37-15. Shot clock and game clock almost identical. 21 seconds left in the quarter as Emma Kuntz loses it out of bounds. So now the shot clock gets turned off, and Century will have the ball back with 19.5 to play here in the quarter. As here comes Smith down the middle. Little soft touch, no good. Roberts up high to grab the rebound. She'll give it to Emma Kuntz back up in the front court as her Smith again to take the pass away. Taylor Smith drives off the glass, no good. And Njoku couldn't control the rebound, and that's the way the quarter ends. Century up 37-15 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard as we go to the fourth in this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
105.5 FM KACH.
Hi, we're Braden and Brittany Smith with Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency.
We're Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jan Stone with Northern Title of Preston, and we are Preston proud, Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Bill Chambers from North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, and we are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Larson. I'm with HK Auto, and we are Dayton proud and Idaho strong.
We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, we moved to the fourth quarter with the Diamondbacks leading 37-15. They outscored Preston 13-3 there in the quarter. And we go to the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter tonight brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky out in Clifton. Preston has the ball to start the fourth. Ella Marlowe back into the game here for Preston, and she brings the ball in to Brightly Harris. Gets it across the timeline, up into the front court. Liz Harris in the right corner, back to Brightly, back to the top of the key. Alder lobs it inside. Butler comes around, and not sure why she didn't get a holding foul as she came around Nelson, but no call, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it goes to Century.
Yeah, she wanted to do a little dump pass down there to Nelson, and she just threw it a little too hard.
So here's Smith back up in the front court. Layton with her 4 fouls back into the game to start the fourth. Comes to Butler, back outside to Smith, lobs it inside, taken away by Evans back in the front court. Comes back again to Smith, wants to drive, goes off the glass, right-handed and in. Taylor Smith now with 14, and it's 39-15. The Diamondbacks on top. Marlowe has it on the right side, looks inside, tries to lob it inside to Nelson, gets it there, and then Nelson's fouled by Butler.
See, and that's what they need to do is but their passes need to be a little more crisp, getting them into the bigs and let them go up off the glass.
Yeah, again, and catch and go up immediately. Don't catch and hold.
Right.
Here's Nelson's first free throw, and it's good. Fourth quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Your lunchtime stop for mouth-watering meat sandwiches. Of course, you can order that wonderful jerky while you're there, too, or order it online at papajs.com. Nelson makes the first. Second one bounces off the back of the iron, and rebound there by Trulson. 39-16. As the Diamondbacks leading comfortably here in the fourth quarter as we go under 7 minutes to play. Comes to Latin. She holds it. Gets it to Evans right in front of the Century bench, and a foul here on Alder. So Alder whistled for the foul. That's her fourth. Just the second on the Indians here in the second half. So the ball belongs to the Diamondbacks as Butler brings it in. They get it in as it comes to Evans again right in front of the bench on the right side. Back out top, back to Latin. Swing it back to Evans in the left corner. Cross-court pass comes back to Osborne for 3. Short as they hustle for the rebound as the Diamondbacks able to get it. Latin gives it back to Osborne, who again holds in the three-point area. It comes back to Evans. Now back again to Osborne. It goes back to Evans in the right corner. On the block down to Trulson. Back to Evans. She holds it there over her head. Finally, they get it to Butler inside. Back to Evans. They look inside. Can't get it there. Comes back to Butler. Her jumper from the right elbow is no good. Tapped around. Ball on the floor and going to be held there. And on the held ball, it's going to go. It's going to stay with Century, it appears. 6:05 to play. 39-16. Century leads on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Evans gets it in. Inside, Butler goes up, and she's fouled by Marlowe. Ella Marlowe called for the foul. That's her second, team's third, and Butler goes to the free throw line. Butler of 66%er on the year. The first one's a little bit too long. For Century, as a team coming into the game, they're only shooting 58%. The second one here is good. So Butler makes 1 of 2. She has 10 points in the game. And Preston gets the ball back up to Marlowe, back up into the front court as Emma Kuntz comes to meet the ball. Back across the top of the key, given off to Harris. Brightly tries to drive, and then she'll give it off to Marlowe on the left side. Back again as it comes to Emma Kuntz again. Back to Marlowe again on the left side. Looking inside, still nothing there. Lob it inside to Harris. Good pass. Her little bank shot is no good. The rebound pulled down there by Butler. Quickly up into the front court. They hold it there. Swing it back over to Latin. Down low it comes to Butler. Inside, her first shot is no good. Nice rebound inside by Ellie Nelson here for the Indians. As it comes to Kuntz back up into the front court. 5:15 to play here in the fourth. As it comes back to to Marlowe again, top of the key. She'll give it back to Harris. Harris just doesn't want to shoot. As again, it'll come back to Osborne as the Indians lose the ball. Back to Latin in the corner as ball intercepted by Harris. It's 1-on-3 as Brightly all the way down the floor, almost traveled, but then able to make the short little bank shot. First 2 points of the game for Brightly Harris. It's a 22-point game, 40-18 with 4:40 to play. Swing it back across the court as it comes back to Latin. Swing it in the corner. There's Evans. That skip pass, cross court, comes back over to Osborne. Her shot no good. Rebounded inside as Marlowe pulls down the board. She'll give it to Harris, who walked the ball back up into the front court. Roberts and Covert will be in for the Indians here next time the ball is dead. As Liz Harris has it. Bounces the top of the key to Nelson. Nelson wants to drive off the glass. No good. Nice attempt, though, as it's going to be held there by Latin. And a foul on Marlowe. That's going to be her third. Her third, fourth on the Indians. As Liz Harris and Ellie Nelson come out of the game. Jadely Roberts, Sophie Covert back in. As Jadely Roberts is going to come back, I should say Brinley Harris is going to come back in. As Ella Marlowe goes back to the bench with her 3 fouls. In fact, she's kind of hobbling as she goes back over to talk to the trainer. Skip pass down inside to Butler. Just a little too tall. She couldn't quite get to it. It goes out of bounds. Addie Marshall back into the game here for the Lady Diamondbacks. As Preston brings the ball in, as Kuntz comes to meet it in the backcourt. Pressure put on here by Century as it comes to Alder. Alder brings it back to the top of the key. She'll give it back to Harris. We go under 4 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 40-18, Preston trailing by 22 as it comes to Covert, top of the key. She holds it there, still holding. Shot clock down to 10. Marlowe, Kuntz's three-pointer is no good. Rebound pulled in by Alder as she loses it, and it's going to stay with the Indians as it goes out of bounds. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center with the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. And timeout called by the Indians. Timeout again here taken by Preston. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, stop in at Magnolia Road and check out their selections available in most sizes. Magnolia Road in downtown Preston.
In 1996, my father, Jay Moyle, started producing gourmet beef jerky in the foothills of Clifton, Idaho. Now, over 20 years later, Papa Jay's beef jerky is a staple of the Franklin County community. Family run since the beginning, the modern way of making jerky here at Papa Jay's is the old-fashioned way. Absolutely no shortcuts are taken in producing the finest quality and most delicious smoked meat you can find. Come over to Papa Jay's and bite into a tender, flavorful stick of Papa Jay's, and your view of jerky will never be the same. 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Welcome back to this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball. 3:25 to play here in the fourth as Century leading 40-18 over the Preston Lady Indians. Preston's ball out of the timeout as Brinley Alder will bring it in on the side over on the far side of the court as it comes into Harris. Brightly holds it there. Emma Kuntz pops out to get it. Try to bounce the ball inside. Can't get it there. Three-pointer put up by Covert is no good as the rebound is off to Njoku. They give it off to Osborne. Quickly up into the front court. Harris comes up and runs into Latin and will draw the foul. That's 2 on Brinley and 5 on the Indians as a team here in the second half. 3:06 to play as the Indians, with only 18 points in the game, have failed to reach double digits in any quarter so far in the game and have only 3 points so far here in the fourth. As it comes to Osborne on the right side, doesn't shoot. Down in the corner, back to Latin. Try to force it inside, knocked away, and Emma Kuhn's able to pick it up there for the Indians. Gives it off to Alder, back up in the front court. 2:35 to play in the game. Harris has it on the angle right. Back to Kuntz. Three-pointer good.
She finally got one. I think that's the first one out of 5 attempts, but she can shoot them. There's no doubt about that.
Yep, first points of the game, as a matter of fact. 40-21. 19-point lead here for the Diamondbacks, as Njoku's pass has been intercepted there by Harris, as Liz stepped in front of its intended target. Up into the front court. Back to Kuntz. She'll feel another three. That one's no good, and Njoku hustled back down the other end of the floor and got the rebound after throwing the pass away. She hands it off to Osborne. Back in the front court as we go under 2 minutes remaining here in of the fourth. Force it inside. As nice play there by Covert to swat it away before the pass could make it to Addie Butler. Butler's going to come out and she'll go to the bench. Marshall back into the game. Also, Julia, I take it back. It's not Julia Corona. As Njoku shot, she's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, that was on Emma. She left her feet, went up, slapped the ball, got her hand.
First on Emma, sixth on the team. And here's Chinley Njoku at the free throw line. And her first shot is no good. Doesn't get a whole lot of chance to play. In fact, coming into the game, she had yet to make a free throw attempt on the year. As the second, that rattles around, no good again. As the ball tapped out of bounds. I'm going to say it was touched by Jadely Roberts and went out of bounds. Jadely immediately pointed the other way, but the referee said no.
I couldn't tell if it was touched by
No, I couldn't either.
somebody else or not.
Ladden to bring it in underneath the basket as they get it in down low to Marshall. Marshall puts it in. Addie Marshall with her first 2 points of the game. It's 42-21 on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Harris, let's go with three. It's short, and the rebound down low comes to Trulson, and she's going to be fouled in the backcourt. Foul goes on Jadely Roberts. That's her first, and 7 on the Indians. And that will be 1-1 coming up here for the Diamondbacks, as it'll be Regan Trulson who'll go to the line to shoot the 1-1. Trulson, who has 8, averages about 11.5, as she'll go to the free throw line, a 56%er. Sophia Hall comes into the game, a 5'6" senior for the Lady Diamondbacks, who has not scored yet this year, comes into the game. As Ella Marlowe back in, and Brightly Harris will go to the bench with 1:33 to play. As the first shot here by Trulson goes in to give her 9 in the game. Ellie Nelson wants to come in and will. Julia Corona at the scorer's table, but she's coming in for the shooter. So Jaylee Roberts leaves. Second free throw is good, as Trulson will leave the game with 1:33 to play. She finishes with 10. So all three of their big scorers all end up in double figures, which is what they average, as it's 44-21, 90 seconds left to go in the game. Alder back up into the front court for the Indians. To Marlowe. Looks down low, can't go there. Back to Emma. Jump shot from the elbow is good. It's a two-pointer. Emma has 5 points in the game, and it's 44-23. Quickly up into the front court as it comes to Hall. Snap the ball back to Osborne. Back to Hall. Tries to get it back to Njoku as Alder steps in to intercept the pass. Goes down, waits for Njoku to fly by, and Brenly Alder with her first 2 points of the game. Inside a minute to play, 44-25, Century on top on the Les Schwab Tire Logan North scoreboard. Njoku has it on the angle left as it comes to Marshall. Back outside to Hall. She doesn't shoot. Give it back to Njoku. Now give it back over to Osborne. She'll shoot it. That's no good. As the rebound inside, pulled down by Marlowe with 35 seconds to play. Ahead it comes to Nelson, who kind of released and went down the floor. Ellie Nelson with the concession layup. And it's 44-27. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds to play in the game. Osborne into the front court. Comes around, splits the defense. Back to Njoku. Looks at the three, doesn't take it. She'll shoot it anyway from the left elbow, and she banks it in. So Njoku able to sink that. Makes it 46-27. Inside 5 seconds to play. 2-1, and it is over as the Indians fall to 1-11 on the year. Century, who've been playing well, had won 6 of 7 coming in. They win again as they are now 8-7 on the year as they go to 1-1 in conference play. 46-27 the final. We invite you to stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show, which is coming up right after this. Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value with the freshest meat and produce in town. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care you'll receive in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, with all the parts you need for your car to keep it running strong. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Procon Homes, building quality multifamily homes across the West. By Les Schwab Tires, stop in and see the tire experts on Main Street in North Logan. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial in Preston. Level 10 Life. Reach your next level in life with their life coaching sessions. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now stay tuned for the Ralph's Construction postgame show, coming up next.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Franklin County Medical Center is proud to provide excellence in surgical and specialty healthcare right here in our community, making it extremely convenient to receive world-class care without even leaving the county. The best part is that we work closely with your primary care physicians to ensure a convenient and coordinated care experience. Our skilled surgeons are continually adding services to Franklin County, some you won't find anywhere in the greater Cache Valley area. Discover what is available right here at fcmc.org/specialty. You just might be surprised at what we have to offer.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Well, welcome here to the Ralph's Construction postgame show. Remember, Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for information at 435-232-1837. Century Diamondbacks knock off the Indians tonight by the final score of 46-27. John, we mentioned it in the fourth quarter that Preston had not reached double figures nor outscored Pocatello, or Century rather, in any quarter. Well, that finally changed in the fourth quarter when they outscored them in the quarter by a count of 12-9, but they still come up short in the game.
Yeah. You know, and like we talked about earlier, Dan, when they saw some urgency of getting the ball up rather than, and I can understand them trying to pass the ball, looking for that open shot. But if you don't put the ball up, it's not going to go in the basket. And when they get the rebound, they hold it down underneath rather than trying to kick it out or go back up, and so, and get back on defense and start your offense. So that's all you got to do.
Yeah, unfortunately, and like you said, they hold the ball out top. They work the ball around the top, but it doesn't seem like anybody wants to shoot.
Well, yeah, not only not shoot, but they're not coming to the ball. They don't want the ball. It seems like it's going to, here, just throw it to me. I'm right here, But their defense, Century's defense, saw that. They just kind of stepped in front of them and it was easy defense for them.
Yep, Century kind of came as advertised. They have the three girls that average in double figures, and they all finish in double figures. Butler, Smith, and Turleson all in double figures. Smith leading the way with 14 points overall.
Yeah, that was just, I believe, 2 points above her average, but still, she's getting the ball, she's putting it back up. She made some great moves underneath, turned around, was blocked out, but yet she turned around the defender and went back up off the glass. So does a great job doing that.
46-27 the final. We'll come back. We'll look at the stats from tonight's game right after this. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, let's get a look at the final stats from tonight's game. First for the victorious Century Diamondbacks, as Libby Evans finished the game with 4. Shiloh Njoku had 4 as well in the game. Addie Butler, the 6'1 senior, finished with 10. Peyton Layton, even though she had 4 fouls in the game, she still scored 3 points. Taylor Smith finished the game with 14. Regan Turleson finished with 10 in the game, and Addie Marshall had 2 for their overall total of 46. For the Preston Indians tonight, Sophie Colbert played but did not score. Chloe Kuntz started the game, took a bump in the mouth and never returned to the game. In fact, we never saw her come back to the bench. She did not score in the game. Jade Lee Roberts had 2. It was Brightly Harris finished the game with 2. Liz Harris had 6. Brinley Alder with 2. Emma Kuntz had a total of 5. Ellie Nelson had 7 in the game, and 2 points tonight for Ella Marlowe as well, as that is your look at the scoring in the game here tonight. Take another timeout. We'll come back. John will have a final thought for us, and we'll say goodnight on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH and on mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's your vehicle, home, business, or even life, protecting the things that matter most shouldn't be left to chance. At Farm Bureau, the Smith Agency, everything that is important to you is important to us. That's why our office and agents are united to protect your future and give you peace of mind today. I'm Brittany Smith. As your local Farm Bureau agents, my husband Braden and I would love to customize and simplify plans that are unique to you and what you care about. Stop in today and see how Farm Bureau can make insurance simple for you.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837. Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
46-27, the final as Century beats Preston here tonight at Preston Gym. Before we say goodnight, John, let's get a final thought from you before we go.
Well, we're not going to give up on these gals. You know, we've got Filer coming up, even though they're pretty good. I think are they 2A or 3A?
I think they're, I want to say 3.
That could be 3A. But, you know, we got them coming up. We know Soda's going to be tough when we go against Soda, but you know, these girls are playing hard. They're trying hard. It's not for the lack of effort,
right?
You know, because they're doing a great job that way. But yeah, they're just not quite sinking together and trying to, you know, helping each other out on the court. And that's vital in basketball. It's not a one-man or one-woman game, you know.
Right.
They've got to play together and they help each other out. So that's basically what I see. But that's just me. That's Coach Slaughter.
Well, they'll try it again coming up on Thursday. As Thursday night, we will head over to Soda Springs to take on the Cardinals. Pre-game show at 7, tip-off at 7:30. Our next broadcast tomorrow night is the boys get back on the floor as they will be at Pocatello in the pit to take on the Pocatello Thunder. Same schedule for tomorrow night as well. The Crumble Cookie pre-game show starts about 7 o'clock with the tip-off at 7:30. John, we thank you for your help again this evening.
Glad to be here.
Absolutely. And we'll look for everybody again tomorrow night. No video tomorrow night, audio only on KACH and on mylocalradio.com. Executive producer for KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. The associate producer is Cody Olson. John Beverly back in the studio tonight. I'm running out of words here. John Beverly back in the studio tonight as our studio coordinator, and John Slaughter with us here doing color and as our stage manager here tonight as well. So until next time, I'm Dan Hubbard reminding you the final score is Century beats Preston by the final score of 46-27. Until next time, have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.